Welcome back to my channel, Life with Toppa. Remember to follow the Toppa Now Black Flag movement. Today we're going to be talking about life in the trenches. A situation happened around me when I went to Cumberland, Maryland, FCI, and this individual by the name of KK, he had a situation where a dude was saying that he was hot. Actually made him some paperwork and was walking around telling people that this dude was hot. One day I was basically walking to the shop and the same individual was walking around saying that the dude was hot. He was talking crazy, talking about why y'all dudes got a hot dude in the block, y'all ain't doing nothing. And I'm like, Holmes, you the individual who claiming that this man is hot. You claim that you got paperwork on this individual and saying that this individual is hot. So therefore you need to, and you claiming that he told on you. So due to the fact he told on you, you need to actually enforce that. You need to go ahead and do something about that. Because when you're in these settings, even how we on these streets, F what nobody tell you, man, everything's dealing with black and white. And sometimes black and white, you have to basically be skeptic about black and white because dudes make paperwork. And just like this individual did, he made the paperwork and put the man's name in the paperwork. Yeah, that's what he did. He made the paperwork up, put the man's name, he had his girl, did it, sent it in, and he used this right here to walk around and show dudes, blase, that this man was hot or whatever the case may be. Then I had a seller, he came to me one day telling me about the same situation. I asked him off the rip, did you see the paperwork? No. I told him, listen up, do not repeat this back to anybody because these simple things right here could get you killed. You assassinating the man's character. Because you don't know if this dude tell or not. You don't know because you ain't seen it in black and white. Anyway, make a long story short, the individual, which he was from DC, he ain't even know none of this was going on. Till one day he came in the block, he looking around, he wondered why everybody watching him, blase, till somebody finally pull his coat and let him know what's really going on. He ended up coming to me, telling me about the situation, and then he trying to get a knife. I told him I ain't got a knife because I'm not trying to be accomplice to a murder. Because when you take a knife and you give it to an individual, you're going to be accomplice. It's just like you give him a gun to actually go kill somebody. And I'm not trying to be accomplice to none of that, especially when I'm trying to basically get out of prison and stay in prison. So I have to know what I'm doing. So in that whole situation, the individual, he ended up didn't get a knife, but what he ended up doing was really shocking. What he ended up doing was really, it was a show. It was a serious show. One day we was going to wreck. He ended up was basically ahead of the pack of everybody, and I was wondering what, where he normally go to work out anyway at that specific time of the day. So he ended up catching the same dude, because the dude was going out the block as well. He ended up catching a dude on the walk and knock him out. Give him enough time to get back up, knock him out again, let him get back up again and knock him out again, and let him get back up again and knock him out again. By the time the police get on the scene, that was it. The individual who was running around saying that he had a broken jaw, his jaw was broken in 2 different places. That's what happened to him for actually assassinating this individual character. Not only that, I run a background check on this individual, and he did it many more times. He did it in other places about other dudes. So this is a trick that this is something that he normally known to do. So, but I didn't know that at the time anyway. But this is what happened to him. He got knocked out, got his jaw broken, for assassinating an individual character. And that's just the moral of the story. So you got to be careful, you dudes out here that's talking about the individual is hot and you ain't seen the paperwork. You don't really know for sure. You just going off of what another individual say. You can't do that. You need black and white. Black and white tells it all. Because when you got black and white and you got authentic documents, nobody can tell you that, this is not real, because you got authentic documents to prove that this individual got a 5K1, this individual got a downward departure. You don't know because you don't got no documents, black and white. That spell tells it all. If you ain't got black and white, I don't even speak on it. I don't even speak on it. If a dude come to me right there and say that the individual is hot, I'm not speaking on it until I see the black and white. Because why? I'm not gonna be slandering that man's name and I don't have the black and white. Black and white tells it all. It's like I see dudes now today, they taking the stand and they talking about they never told. You went into the stand and the prosecutor defense. What's that? That's telling. You went on the stand for the prosecutor to basically tell a version of what a story is to basically please the prosecutor for the jury could hear. Because if the jury didn't hear that story, it would basically aid the prosecution basically agenda. So you you went on that stand. Every individual in America have a right to plead the fifth. That means you can plead the fifth. That's your right. You don't have to testify to nothing. They could call you to the stand, and you could simply go on the stand. You could test you. They could ask you a question, and you say, "Man, I plead my fifth," and keep quiet. But individuals going on the stand, they're not pleading the fifth. Basically, what they doing, they goddamn telling. They telling the whole goddamn story. Hating assisting the prosecutor to prosecute someone. And then they turn around telling people, oh, I didn't tell, I didn't do it. You told. You went on the stand. So stop it. Stop it. You told. You's a rat. Yeah, you's a rat. I'm telling you, you a rat. You went on the stand, you told. Anytime you take that stand, you take an oath and you open up your mouth and you start talking about another individual that's basically facing a sentence that to go to prison. He's the defendant. You tell him. If you're not there to testify in the defense side, that and you on the prosecutor side, you tell him. You tell him. So therefore, people got to get to understand the legal system and how this shit works. A lot of times these individuals testifying, this is how the government even got the indictment. Because they need they need somebody to collaborate what they're saying that they could even bring to the grand jury and put in front of the grand jury and collaborate what they're saying so they could get an indictment. Then these insane individuals turn around, go to the trial, go on the stand, testify against the individual, and wonder why an individual is calling them a rat. Yeah, you a rat. You were aid and assist the prosecutor. What you doing? If you're not aid and assist the prosecutor, you got to aid and assist the defendant. What's your purpose there? What's your purpose? You went on the stand. I don't care what story you narrated right there on the spot. Long as you basically went there to testify for the prosecutor and you narrated whatever happened, you told. You told. You told. And you dudes in the street know what time it is. They know what time it is. You told. You can't go around that. It's just like I see rappers taking a stand, like dude in New York taking a stand, and people looking at him like, he told. He told. He told. It doesn't matter what happened that night at that club and your man got killed. You told. You told, Holmes. Yeah, you told. And that's a fact. You went on the stand and you testified to everything that happened that night. That's aiding assisting the prosecutor case for them to get a conviction on the individual. Tax stone. So therefore, you told. Trey have you told. There ain't no if and but. You's a rat. You's a rat. I'm telling you, you a rat. I know you a rat. And dudes on the streets that's really in the streets, they know you a rat too. Because you told. There's no if and but about this whole situation. Life in the trenches, man. This shit get real, man. You know, if you like this video, make sure you share, follow, subscribe, and keep following this movement. There's many more things to talk about, man. And, you know, let's keep it real. You know, this is not no, you know, fake shit. You gotta just keep it real. It is what it is. When you get on and stand, you hear the prosecutor, you told, man. And it is what it is. Real dudes can resonate what I'm saying. They know what time it is. Ain't no going around this shit. You can't talk that street shit and then you want to turn around and go on the stand and testify against an individual. You told, Holmes, and it is what it is. You know, it is just is what it is. Follow the Toppa Black Flag movement and keep on watching these videos. Chop, chop, chop. You know what it is.